Andy and I are going to talk a little nostalgia about WrestleMania as we get ready to close up shop here. I thought we would look back at some of our favorite WrestleMania sets and stages. That's what, I don't know about you, Andy. One of the first things that I am the most excited about WrestleMania for every year when I see the logo, it's what's the stage going to look like?
Yep.
What in the world are they going to do? Because they've done some crazy things over the years. When I say don't pick your favorite just yet, we are going to try to narrow it down to one. But when I say most elaborate, most eye popping, most memorable WrestleMania stages of all time, just shoot me off a couple here. What comes to mind?
So I think recency bias plays into this a little bit,
Yes, of
but the
course.
stage at WrestleMania 39
Yes.
is gorgeous. Like I didn't know what to expect with the Hollywood movie theme, and then when we saw it, I was just kind of blown away by like the genius behind it. So like I absolutely love that stage.
Yep.
I think that's one of the better stages. Um, I'm trying to like there's some ones that to me are not like the big extravagant ones, but the ones that I just look at and go, that's like that looks really nice. And I know I might be in the minority in this one. WrestleMania 31.
Mm,
The
yeah.
screen, like the whole setup at WrestleMania 31 being in daytime, like in the
Mm,
daylight, all of that. Didn't like Taker's entrance at that one because like why would you give Taker the entrance in the middle of the day and not, at night because he's the dead man?
right.
But I think the stage and the setup and everything is gorgeous. And then WrestleMania 30, is it 33? That's
With the roller
in,
coaster.
yes.
Yep.
That one is just wild. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that one.
Yeah. That one's insane. It really is. That one is definitely one of the more insane ones. That just, it's almost like there's so many things as you're looking at on your screen on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube and you only listen on podcasts, thank you for doing that. Follow on whatever platform you're on, but go check out the YouTube channel. We're showing these cool graphics as we're talking about these stages. It doesn't look like any of this goes together, Andy, but then it does.
Yeah.
I get that it's Orlando and they're going for the theme park deal and all that kind of stuff, but it still doesn't look like it goes together, but it still goes together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I'll tell you one of the most elaborate stages that I always sticks out when I think about WrestleMania is WrestleMania 29 in New
Yep.
York. The first one that they did at MetLife, where they have the Brooklyn Bridge and they have the Statue of Liberty over top of the ring, not just exclusive to the stage, man, putting the statue over top of the ring. Just, oh man, that thing looks gorgeous. And then low key, I'm just going to say it. I might get a lot of hate because of the actual card on the show, but we're not talking about the show. We're talking about the set. WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta is criminally underrated, Andy, for this set. It just, to me, what they were able to do with it, because it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but then you
Yeah.
have the ramp coming up from the floor. I just, I don't know. I've always been intrigued by that one.
Yeah. That one is one that like I see because that's 27, right?
Yes.
So that's the first Triple H Undertaker match.
Yes.
I have like when you look at that stage, the first thing I like remember or like visualize is their entrances. Both those guys' entrances at that show. Because they just looked absolutely amazing. They looked different. Um, I like there's just something about a good WrestleMania set that it adds to the show. Like it
Speaking
can't
of
just
Bryce,
look like a normal pay-per-view. It has to stand out because it's WrestleMania.
and it does. Look at Bryce's comment there. None of them as sweet as WrestleMania 9. I don't know if he's kidding or not, but I'm going to throw it up here on the screen. Right there it is. Because I mean, I'm here for the nostalgia. You talking about outside WrestleMania's Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace hasn't had a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 9. Look at this. Like, I wonder if for 41 they'll have some sort of, I don't know what it'll be, but all that to say, like this outside, it's pretty sweet, I have to
Yeah.
say. It's
And
pretty
like
sweet.
WrestleMania, because I think they had it at WrestleMania 38 too, but at least WrestleMania 32 in Dallas when they had the big star
Hmm. Yep.
on the stage, like just something like that. I always add stuff to, like it always adds to me.
One that always stuck out to me, and this was just incredible. This WrestleMania 30 stage in New Orleans with the three X's and the way they were able to do just
Yeah.
different things with that. And then I'd be remiss, and Jared would kill me if we were talking about WrestleManias in New Orleans and I did not acknowledge WrestleMania 34 and just this gloriousness of a stage that happened in the Superdome that night. All right, Andy, we've run through several. I know there's probably several more that you're thinking of. Your pick, you might not have even said what your pick's going to be. I don't know that you've decided your pick yet. But WrestleMania stages just continue to get better and better. I don't know that they get worse. Some might not be as good as others,
Yeah.
but they definitely don't get bad as WrestleMania 35. But we'll not talk about the big gigantic screen and then nothing else. That being
Could be worse.
said,
WrestleMania 36 was just like in a little performance center.
well, okay. I tell you what, low key though, WrestleMania 37. I don't think I have a
Pirate
shot.
ship?
The pirate ship, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's good.
That one was such a good one. I don't
Yeah.
have I thought I had a picture of that. I guess I don't. Okay. You got to pick. What's your favorite WrestleMania stage of all time as we close up shop here tonight?
My favorite WrestleMania stage. It's the one I've already mentioned. It's so unique, and I think just like some of the stuff that happened at the show adds to it. Just seeing that
Mhm.
in the background of everything. WrestleMania 33. I love that stage. I love that setup. Um, when I think about that stage and then I go instantly, I'm back in my chair watching the Hardy Boys return and literally like jumping out of my seat when that music drops because I lost my mind so much. Just it's so unique, it's so different. You can only have a stage like that in Orlando. You
Yes,
can't have a stage like that anywhere else. I love it. I think it's probably the most unique and it's the best and it sets itself apart. Like it really does.
it does. Yep. I agree. And speaking of set itself apart, I have to pick one that I was at. Like I can't. I've been to 4 WrestleManias, and I can't just pick a stage for the sake of picking a stage. I have to pick one that I was at. And that being said, WrestleMania 39 takes the cake, brother.
It's so good.
Like kudos to WrestleMania 34. Like I went back and forth on that because the colors of WrestleMania 34 are just gorgeous. Let's look at the way that pops. But just everything they were able to do with the WrestleMania 39 set with the movie posters
Yeah.
and just with oh my gosh, dude, I think that's the best one of all time. Like I remember walking into that stadium and seeing it and just being like, what in the world is this? Like it was so good.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good. I mean, like I said, you kind of remember moments from the show, like specifically on that stage area. Roman Reigns' entrance with the orchestra playing him in. You have Cody Vader entrance rising up out of it, which is amazing. Edge's
Edge
Brood
is
entrance
yep.
is so good. Like it's so good. It has no reason to be as good as it is, and it's amazing. Um, Even like Cena's entrance. Like I know that match was horrible and it started off the show, but his entrance was awesome.
And
So
then
yeah,
of course you can't talk about entrances of that show without talking about Dominic Mysterio coming out in the
yes,
van and with
yes,
the mask and
and then
handcuffs.
Ray coming out the lowrider.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great set.